When traditional life insurance and technology meet, you'll find Momentum LifeReturns. We live and work in exciting times, and when the realization hits that technology won't replace you as an advisor, but that it will in actual fact enable you more than you ever thought possible, life can only get better. Momentum Myriad launched what they term LifeReturns in October 2022, and the journey has been an interesting one. Today, I'm talking to Stephen van Niekerk, Executive Head of Momentum Myriad, about LifeReturns and why this is most certainly one of the best innovations that hit the industry in a while. Stephen, thank you for your time. Please tell us more about LifeReturns and the technology behind the innovation.
Thank you for having me, Rianet. So LifeReturns is Momentum Myriad's new discount mechanism or discount model that we use to price insurance more accurately. It uses great technology. It uses screening technology enabled by a smartphone to actually get information from a client, such as blood pressure and heart rate. And it does it, very easily and very quick. It's really like taking a selfie video. And what's fantastic, a client can then really just get an idea of the discount immediately at point of sale. So there's no need for, in the current environment, if you want to get a discount or your standard life and you want better deal, you've got to engage with the program. You often have to pay a fee. You have to buy more products. You have to engage. And with LifeReturns, it's really simple and easy, and our attempt to give more discounts for more clients. And what's really cool about it, or what's fantastic about it, is the technology that's used in this. It's called photoplethysmography. It's a big word, PPG. It's not technology that we've developed. We've partnered with an international company that's on the cutting edge of this technology, but really uses the signals that emit from your skin or light that reflects back from your skin. And in that way, we can measure things like blood pressure, heart rate, stress levels, and very similar to the old technology that, if you walked into a hospital or they clipped something on your finger and it measured your vitals in that way. Now with technology, and smartphones are so fantastic now, and machine learning, we're able to interpret these things by using a camera. And that's really why LifeReturns has come to light for us. And we think this technology is obvious that it's got massive potential for changing the way life insurance is done.
Take me through the process, short and sweet. So the advisor gets to a client, what then?
So we sort of designed two processes. The one where the broker can send this screening, a link for the screening or an access to the screening to a client before he sees the client, or he can do it in fact with the client. So maybe explain the process of the advisor doing it with the client. So an advisor sits with a client, we'll use the advisor's actual phone. So you as a client will take the advisor's phone, and the screening technology will do a couple of things. It'll firstly validate that it's you, that you are live, and that we actually have the right person who's applying for cover. We'll use a Home Affairs link for that purpose. And then we'll access the screening, which is about a 90-second screening where the light is measured from your face, and we measure blood pressure, heart rate, and all that information with a couple of questions we ask from you. You then get an immediate indication of your discount of up to 35% LifeReturns discount. That information is immediately fed back into our systems, and advisors quote updated, so you'll get an immediate idea of what your premium would be after the discount, and thereafter the normal process for the advisors to complete the process. So that's really it. Pretty simple.
As simple as that. Wow. So how accurate is this technology?
So, I guess, as I said earlier, it's not new technology. It's actually technology that we've used in the past, but it's really been modernized by the smartphones that we have now, and our technology partner that's really on the cutting edge of that. So we really trust, we understand all their data. We really believe it's accurate. We've analyzed lots of their data. We've done our own testing. We even had this partner out in South Africa at the end of last year. So we're so confident that we, willing to back a discount model at point of sale with what we get from the technology, and actually even make a underwriting decision for some clients at point of sale. So short answer is we're very confident that it's accurate. There are obviously aspects to be considered. So light, for example, the conditions when you do the screening has to be good enough. So we guide the user in the screening process to make sure you sit in a place that is well lit, not a lot of people moving around, but it's still, once again, fairly easy. And the technology ever improving. So we're very confident that it's also not the end of this technology. We measure blood pressure, and going forward, we're expecting things like blood sugar. We're expecting cholesterol. So we know with technology, there's always a little bit of uncertainty up front, but after a while, we get convinced and we realize that there really is only one way to go.
Yeah. So speaking about the uncertainty, you have launched at the end of last year, and you were concerned about a certain segment of your client base that might not trust the process so well, or that won't be happy with the complete technology process. Don't you want to give us some feedback on that?
Correct. I think you always realize that you'll have early adopters, and it wasn't a surprise to us that younger advisors and clients immediately had fantastic feedback. But we were also actually very positively surprised by many older advisors who embraced the technology. We were, very impressed with clients that we thought might be hesitant to use the technology. So I've used the example of farmers, but we quickly realized that farmers use technology for everything. They use their phones to operate. I don't know what the English word for spilpint, the pivot. I think they use it for things on their farms. And so we actually been very pleasantly surprised by that. And then I think older clients are much more, clients in general are keen to understand their health better, but it's even more so for older clients. So I guess that also a driving force for that. And we have this technology. If it's put in front of a client, it can only save time for advisors, because they now get information gathered before they speak to a client. So very positively received. And another aspect maybe pointing out is that we were expecting, I spoke about this broker and client journey. We built two journeys, but the client one, where an advisor almost trusts the client to be able to use the technology, we thought that would be a backup process. But in fact, the vast majority of advisors are actually sending the link to their clients before they even see them. So they're telling their clients, you'll receive something, open the application and follow the steps. And we were very surprised positively by that, which means advisors are comfortable to trust their clients with technology. They want to learn, clients want to use it. So we think that's those are signs of success for us.
That's very positive feedback. And I think we underestimate the fact that our average age of the advisor is a little bit older, but let's not underestimate the fact that they do, like you say, they embrace the technology. And we've seen that on our side with all kinds of things as well. So it's really great to see that. Maybe you can share some stats with us. How many people do qualify for the discount? Because at the end of the day, one of the purposes of this mission is to get the healthy clients, right? So if you're a healthy client, you go through the process and you know that you're going to be accepted easy without any further processes that you have to go through. So what are the stats around the type of the clients that you've seen?
So maybe firstly, I guess, we have this underwriting process, and a small, actually very small group of clients end up with paying a loading on extra premium. Then you have this bulk of clients who pay the same premium. And LifeReturns' aim is therefore not just to give something to the very super healthy, fantastically fit person. It actually is to get a more accurate premium for all the lives who typically get a standard premium. So it is designed to not be something where only the super fit benefit from a discount. It is a much broader discount model, and therefore also it's free to access. So to give you some sort of sense, you can get access to a discount of up to 35%. We initially estimated, and it looks like it's sort of panning out in the data, that more than half our clients get a discount of higher than 20%, and more than 25% or a quarter of our clients get a discount of higher than 30%. So you can see it's not a model where high discounts are reserved for a select few. So it is in action, and we're very comfortable with the model.
What is the next step? You have touched on a few things, but what is the next step for this innovation?
So at the moment, the story is very much about the discount mechanism, and that is important. But we already have, by way of getting this information from clients and also accessing other data sources, we are streamlining the underwriting process for some of the clients. We call it our fast track underwriting solution. So a group of clients in the younger group, we think it could be as many as 40% of clients, after completing the screening, giving us the information, actually are accepted without any underwriting, no medical tests or further underwriting done. So we really want to build on that. So as we get more information and as the adoption increases, that's really what we want to build on. Secondly, we believe that there's a lot of value in the reassessments for clients. So clients do have to complete an annual reassessment. But now, once again, it's not a traditional wellness reassessment where there's possibly a clicks visit, a Discam visit, a biokineticist visit. This is all in the comfort of your own home with a mobile screening. So we're building a fitness discount, or fitness assessment rather, that measures your fitness in the comfort of your home without the intimidation factor of somebody judging your fitness level. So those are all aspects we build on, and we think clients, or the data we have, clients want to know about that. So we're very keen to to explore that further and add value to our clients' lives by giving them access to almost a free health check every year. If you can get a free assessment of your blood pressure, blood sugar, even cholesterol levels, all in one, single assessment without all the other sort of hassles around us, we think that's a win. So that's really what's lying ahead for us in the next couple of weeks and months.
In the presentation, you had a very interesting stat that I quite enjoyed because it was positive for South Africa. It was around a comparison with countries on how South Africans compare to how we want to know about our health compared to other countries. Do you want to touch on that quickly?
Yeah, no, I can. I think it's sort of generally accepted that customers worldwide, and specifically in South Africa, they're willing to share their health information to perhaps get access to a discount or better process or some sort of reward. But what was one of our reinsurance partners, SCORE, or one of their sister companies, did research around, are consumers comfortable, or do they want to get feedback about their health? And I think there again, it's very surprising, as opposed to European countries where this rate is sort of 40 to 50%. South Africans, I think the number was 85% of South Africans are actually quite, very keen to understand their health and get more information about their health, obviously to manage it better. And I guess that's really where the theme I touched on earlier around making a difference in a client's ability to manage their health within an insurance product, but without the hassles of it being a burden on a daily or weekly basis is for us a theme that we think has value in future.
Another reason why I love being a South African. I think you've answered this question very nicely, but I am going to ask it, why is this great for the industry?
So I think, it's a good question to reflect on. I think for me personally, I think firstly that it's clear that our consumers, or our financial advisors, clients, and our clients are willing to use technology, and that's great for us. I think they are willing to do it, and advisors are embracing it. That means that we as insurers can really make the application process easier. It's already difficult around the process of underwriting, and advisors have to focus on so many things in addition to giving advice. So this really paves the way for that process to be so much easier, both initially when we underwrite the client, but even on an ongoing basis. It also then means that we can add more value to clients than just being someone who provides protection cover. We can on a regular basis, as we've spoken about before, give valuable information about. And then, lastly, once again, with a healthy balance of effort there, not something where a client, a life insurance product is not necessarily a regularly engagement product. It's something that is a very long-term product. And we think the engagement must be commensurate with that. And therefore, sort of a once-a-year assessment for us means that that's also spot on. So I guess those good signs for us, for our clients, and very importantly for our advisors.
Yeah. Stephen, thank you for your time. Your last message to our audience, who is an important part of your business, the advisor.
For sure, and I guess that only be fair for me, to thank our advisors once again for the big role they play in the industry, and making our clients more financially well. And I want to thank the advisors who've adopted our process. I know change isn't always so easy, but many of them have adopted it. We believe, or I'd sort of urge them to be open-minded about it and keep on supporting this. It'll make insurance more accessible. It'll make it more affordable, and it'll make the application process so much easier. and therefore will allow you, the financial advisor, to do what you do best and have more time for that. And that's really, I think, a valid closing remark from my side.
Thank you for your time, Stephen. It was great chatting. I thoroughly enjoyed the presentation when I attended it. It makes me excited to be part of this industry because we are most certainly moving forward and innovating. So thank you for sharing your positive message with us. This is me, Rianet Whitehead, talking to Stephen van Niekerk.